Hello, gamers. Welcome back. I think this might be the last stream for this run, because I think I've mostly covered everything I want to do. Again, I haven't fully finished everything, but for the most part, like, I've done the whole tech tree. I built a bunch of colonies. I found the... Well, I haven't activated the megastructures. I did find them. Beat the boss in here. So I think I'm mostly done with everything I want to do. I'm going to put down 500 talents on 30-minute stream. It's not going to be 30 minutes. Although it might be a bit short. I do have a headache. Gonna love the vote of confidence. 150 Kepris on an hour and a half. Hey now. You're a rock star. It is interesting that this area looks different. You've got like the red ones here, and the boss fight here, and this area, it's all the large photospheres. I wonder if there's other areas with different colors. You could always go looking for them. It's not like we're running low on supplies either. We could just start driving in a direction. There are other areas? Nice. What's your next challenge run going to be? I'm thinking about doing the Haunted run. From Secrets of the Frontier. That could be fun. Do that Haunted run and then just run like... Maybe do frigate spam. Just run a ton of Tempests. Runs Haunted? Yes. It's a... The run is going to be a proper creepypasta. Sebastian is going to stare into the camera. His eyes will run red with hyper-realistic blood as he screams my legal name and IP address. And then we're going to continue playing, because obviously it's just a prank. Someone must have hacked my save file and just pranked me with a funny mod. You'd be surprised how often that happens. Or at least I assume it happens, because that's always the go-to explanation people have in creepypastas, right? It's like, it's a bit weird that the character in the game turned into a demon, said my legal name, and then said, I'm coming for you, and then there's realistic blood pouring out of the screen. What a weird prank. Are you in hell? About as close as Star Sector gets. Why the hell did YouTube change my visible name? That's a great question. Spooky Star Sector run, yeah. I mean, it will make the game more challenging, because the way it works, from what I understand, is that when you fight enemies, sometimes one of them will be possessed by a ghost that powers up the enemies. And then beating that run unlocks a new start in Ixarilin. Ever done a Blade Breaker challenge? I don't think so. Yeah, it's from using Seth's copy of Star Sector. Although I think that version wouldn't be a creepypasta. It would just have... Tritekyon would just be renamed the Merchants Guild. A Starbrain of the variety size stream? What the hell does that even mean? Variety size? That's the entrance. We'll try going up in this direction and see if we find new stuff. Star, brain, variety size, big. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, they're orange. Beacon. The clouds have turned orange. We've found beacons. Speaking of beacons... the fleets are bigger. Less reliable. I think we've passed the point where it doesn't seem like any of the random fleets floating around are actually that dangerous to us. They mostly beat you through attrition, or they wear you down through attrition. That's about it. The main thing left in the Rand Abyss at this point... Yeah, that's right, we haven't found the Sierra ship. I'm just kind of surprised we still haven't found it. In the east, there are funny, threatening friends. So I should be going in the other direction. Is that what you're saying? Have you gone to the spot at the top right yet in the main sector? Is there something special up there? Because I don't think I've been up there. Yes, okay. Is that where Sierra's last ship is? Because I still haven't found that. Abyssal threat ships. Yeah, we've seen some of those earlier. I did get killed by a skirmish unit once. Here in the Abyss. It's quite funny. Bonk. Wouldn't be worrying about stealth at this point? Yeah, I guess so. Just drive. What do you do for a living? I drive. Yeah, look at that. Easy. Oh. Decaying photosphere. That might be something. Because I did go all the way to the right side of the map. So when you say the east, probably like one of the corners. Yeah, just kill him. How are you doing today, Dr. Energy? Well rested, I hope. Well, I slept fine, but I have a headache for some reason. I'm just going to continue drinking water and hope it goes away. Have you fought any of the Abyss ships yet? Any Abyss phase ships? Do they have phase ships? Because, yeah, if they do, I haven't seen them yet. Space influenza. It's like regular influenza, but in space. I mean, you should probably just get out of there. You should group up with everybody else. You guys should get over here. No, you stay there. There we go. I don't know why it insists on sending the Pirate Afflictor instead of the Venture. The auto-targeting. Why do they only have 35% on combat readiness? What did they do? How did that happen? Yep, just keep... I don't know what it's doing. Like, the AI doesn't even... I don't know what it's doing. Like, the wiggling there... Like, the wiggling back and forth is accomplishing literally nothing except wasting your time. You're better off just I can't... What? I can't put commands on these. They must be summons of some kind. Which I guess would explain why they have such low combat readiness. But, like, brother, just drive forward. Literally just drive forward. I don't know why you're wiggling. It's not like you're dodging anything when you're in phase space. Like, you're already not getting hit. Well, whatever. It's so sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma. Who the hell is Steve Jobs? Ligma balls. Doesn't even have the free abyssal ship. There's a free one? I mean, there was the boss that we killed, but man, I just kind of left that behind. Not going to worry about it for now. We're instead going to go looking for... We're going to go looking for Sierra's final ship. It's a mating... Yeah, that's true, Cooler Guy. It's the classic Afflictor mating dance. If you've ever seen two Afflictors fighting each other, they do it a lot. Well, they'll both phase, but then because they're both the same ship with the same speed and the same AI, they'll kind of mirror each other's moves. A lot of the time, it's pretty funny. Like, if both of them approach each other and they both have the same amount of flux, they'll spin around each other, they'll both rotate left, and then decide to go in the other direction at the same time, and then they'll drive forward and drive backwards. Like, they perfectly mirror each other's moves sometimes. It's like, the classic Afflictor mating dance. Whichever one has higher flux capacity is going to win. It's loot from a station in the abyss. At least he wasn't a mind goblin. Yeah, poor Steve Jobs. I think he would have preferred being a mind goblin than catching Ligma. Is this how gremlin phase ships are made? Yeah, gremlins are just young afflictors. And I guess motes are the eggs? So the ziggurat is just constantly laying eggs. Yeah, this makes the most sense. Throwing eggs is an effective strategy, I guess. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of games where that's true. Doesn't Yoshi throw eggs in Smash Bros? It's kind of messed up if you think about it. That's why you don't. And that's right, you can't interact with this. But it does look different. I joined stream in moment one you're talking about mind goblins and Ziggy laying eggs. Yeah, so just like a usual stream. Okay, yeah, so the top right is definitely... Each area is different. You've got the main area with the red ones, which somehow I get... Oh, you know what? These ones I think are actually different. It looks like this area is the same, but it's actually different because these ones are red and these ones are pinkish. But obviously they're not that different. Like up here you've got the beacons. Down here you've got the giant photospheres. And up here you've got the decaying photospheres. So each area is actually pretty different. Nifty. Ah, this is where threat is. This explains why I've only run into them once. They're up here. Yoshi Egg is in fact the best Smash move. You know, the best Smash move is going to sleep as Jigglypuff. I think you're looking for another purple sphere. That might be the case. I guess we'll know when we find it. Not sure we're super well equipped to deal with attack swarms. Oh my, that's a lot of them. Well, the Ventures will probably deal with them better. But why don't we throw in one of these bad boys? Bonk. Hit him with the bowling ball. Well, rotten meat, you can't spell lies without eyes. And I've got eyes, so checkmate. Okay. I'm pretty sure that still had hull. Did that just, like, self-detonate? What happened? Am I crazy? It looked like it exploded itself. Yeah. Where we're going, we don't need eyes. That's always a concerning statement. Man, this fleet is super overkill. I do think that this thing, being able to put a Rift Torpedo on a phase ship is definitely broken. Especially when that phase ship clones itself. Because after I've thrown this into the fleet, a lot of these fights have felt pretty easy. Well, that and the chalice spam on the Atlases, but even then, I'm not deploying them for most of these fights. Yeah, there's threat IEDs now? Oh, cool. Honestly, for a threat, that makes sense, because they can, you know, produce new ships. So, you know, that just makes sense, yeah. Think about it. We have to start tossing stuff. You know, let's just toss all that metal. There we go. Now we've got plenty of space. Oh, there's more. Hold on, I'm trying to recover. Surely we'll find the other boss fight somewhere up here. This one doesn't even spawn capture points, it's easy. You can buy the ship from Exotech. Oh yeah, this one? Yeah. Isn't this one unique? Oh wait, no, you're right. I got this one, but I'm pretty sure we could, I'm pretty sure there was more available at the Exotech ship. We can buy some from the big Chungus. Which I will reiterate, I'm pretty sure I made this point before, but the fact that when you recover the second ship that you get to name it is a great feature. I am proud to call myself a dedicated ally of the Big Chungus. Look how many rift torpedoes that is. It's just like, what do you even do if you're fighting that? What do you even do? It just decides, it just hits a button and then it spams you with 5 rift torpedoes. But yeah, the random assortment of things definitely has some really, really cool stuff. The Abyss, the boss fight was pretty cool, and Exotech. Don't know about the balance, but definitely the mechanics are really, really cool. Like that one ship where its ability is that it gets to switch between 2 loadouts. I didn't even know you could do that. The mods you can attach onto ships are pretty cool. Yeah, there's that too. The alterations that you can add. Gotta squeeze a little extra power out of your ships to keep up with modded boss fights. Little extra power scaling. The balance happens when you install insane challenge mods. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it depends on the combination of mods you're running, because you can install some mods that add in some very dangerous enemies, and when that happens, the extra power scaling, the extra stuff you get from mods that make your ships more powerful don't feel as broken. People, you know what? That's another good one that I haven't really dealt with, is Legio Infernalis. People do complain about that one being quite hard, but I haven't actually fought them. So I don't know what to think about it. I used the lack of balance to destroy the lack of balance. Thanos was a wise man. Okay, I think, yeah, it's another decaying photosphere. Maybe, is the boss fight in the bottom right? Or is Sierra's extra ship in the bottom right? Where is it? I want to find her last ship. People were displeased with the AI invasion event that deraces your colony. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's... I mean, that's not quite... I mean, I've seen those posts. And I do believe that I still have, like, I got Ashes of the Domain downloaded onto this file before they removed that. But it does seem like that they've removed Virtues of Society from their website. So I've heard. Because of, well, I don't know if it's specifically because of that one thing, but a lot of people have complained about that. Of course, it's not the kind of issue I would run into, because I don't use AI administrators anyways. I'm pretty sure that's what triggers it. At least I think that's what triggers it. That's what it looks like. There are no other boss fights in the Abyss. Who told you that? I think, well, there is Sierra's other ship that you can get. And someone implied that it was from a boss fight, but I guess not. It's also not fun for him to continue developing that mod. Well, yeah, I guess that'd be another good reason. Although I wonder why that one specifically isn't fun. Is it because people don't like it, or is it because, like, specifically coding in those events is like a pain? Because I could see it either way. Sierra's Abyss ship is free. Right, but where? Where is it? Because I can't find it. I'm looking for it. Yep. Yep, you can just leave. Yep, you can leave. You don't have to sit inside the enemy ship. This guy is a goofy goober. Why don't you go somewhere instead of not doing anything? No, keep driving forward. See, there you go. Much better. This is why we have safety overrides on him. Without safety overrides, he would just die there because it would be yeah. Phase ships do have a bit of a problem, where even if you build them tanky, they just try to phase through every single attack, which makes sense for the frigates, but for the cruisers can be a bit of an issue. There's a separate branch on the tree levels, right? But there isn't tree levels anymore. It's one continuous map. So that you're right. It is a bit outdated. Difficult balancing the Virtue Society events. Yeah, that's probably true, because it does seem like they can trigger at any time. So if they trigger too early, they might be too difficult. But if they trigger too late, then they just kind of be trivial. Oh, you know what? I do think I saw some people complaining about the one that I got, which is the criminal underworld thing, where it like penalizes your stability, but then you need to get your stability back up to like survive the event. Which in my case was pretty easy, but if you're in a situation where that's difficult, then it would be a huge pain. Map data? Oh. Okay. Yeah, so if anyone knows where Sierra's thing is in this version of random assortment of things, that'd be cool. It'd be great. Just gonna continue exploring the edges of the map, trying to fill it out as much as possible. Also, the wording that was used on some of them was quite misleading. Yeah, I guess he just decided that it wasn't worth continuing the mod. Or at least that branch. Answer's too long for the chat limit, but he basically said that it's tiresome work on new events, feel tiresome to make, and also some art stuff being too expensive. Okay. So it's closer to the... At least his answer is closer to the... It's difficult to program, and the art for the events is expensive. So it's a lot of work and money invested for... something that doesn't feel worth the payoff. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Still waiting for Volk to turn the engine into an actual light novel? I mean, that definitely seems possible. It's basically a visual novel as is, with just limited visuals. But it definitely seems possible. I'd love to see a parody of like a dating simulator, where it's like you could go to like the military academy on Jangala, and then you run into like all the characters from the story, but they're like high school students now. That would be a good parody. That'd be a solid parody. Now, how much would it be worth the effort of making? Probably not. In fact, I'd go out as far as to say almost certainly not. But it would at least make me laugh. Commissioned factions annex their colonies permanent? Really? Damn. John Date sector for you. Yeah. What would you call it? God, it'd have to have like a stupid name. Yeah, I mean, at least the virtues of society that I got in this run were not that bad. Yeah, they just own it for good unless you console command or conquer it back. Well, it's a good thing I didn't do any commissions. So how does the annexing work? Do they just decide, like, do you, like, build the colony up to, like, size 5 and then they just take it, or what? One of the characters is an Alpha Gork posing as a... Yeah. Philip Andrada as the incompetent head of the school. No, Philip Andrada would be one of the dateable characters, obviously. Of course you'd have to be able to date the Lion of Sindria. That's just obvious. Richard Hanan would be the champion of the cheerleading squad. Yes. Yes, he would. To keep the plans, you need to revolt against the commissioning faction. Yeah, I don't know. That just sounds like a bunch of stuff that I never interacted with. Any recommendations for finding the exotech factions in Rats? For finding them? I mean, I just ran into them randomly, I'm pretty sure. Although there's probably like a quest that guides you to their ship. I don't know where Sierra's ship is. I mean, you know what? Maybe I should try talking to her. Maybe she'll tell me. Alvis has the cool guy stereotype with glasses, of course. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You would bump into Alvis on your way to school on the first day, and he's running as he's running to school, shouting about how he's late with toast in his mouth. For Alvis, that's the most fitting cliche. No doubt about it. Just luck-based, usually on the outskirts of the sector near black holes. Are there black holes? Wait. Oh, for the X-attack thing. Okay. Usually spawns in the borders between the different zones. Between the zones. Interesting. Stepbrother Lionel Cotton. I can see this working. Yeah, after meeting it once, you always know its flight plan. Yeah, that's true, but you do have to find it first before it gives you that. Exotech beacons and scanning them will lead you to the ship. So you find a beacon, it tells you where it is, and then if you rush over and talk to them, then you always know where it is. So that's the secret to finding the Exotech chip. playing Star Sector while watching Star Sector. Nice. Straight up double dipping. Alright, well, if it's in the borders, we'll try looking around there. So it'd be along, like, here, maybe? Let's try it. You missed me, idiot. You fool. Well, I mean, I've kind of been across here, so it's probably not here. It'd be down this way. I wonder if Sierra's ship will be marked on the mini-map as something different. Guess we'll find out. Do you think the Omega Weapon Disintegrator would be too broken if you're able to switch which type of damage it dealt? What do you mean by that? Like if you switched it from DPS against armor to DPS against shields? It's another purple photosphere? Okay. So we'll go looking for that. Well, hold on. The first one wasn't purple when we found it. The first one was nothing, and we had to activate a machine, and then it turned purple. Invictus analytic build when? Yeah, I do have a build already. I just need to make a video for it. And before that, I want to do money fish. So, maybe early December? Yeah, we'll say early December for Invictus. Yeah, well, hopefully, when we do pass by Sierra's build, it'll be really obvious. I would hope. Oh no, a Vanguard. Anyways. Like, if you could change it mid-battle to affect hull or shields. If you could change it mid-battle, then yeah. The thing is, having a DPS against shields is kind of interesting. Because it would like, in order for the game to work, you'd have to be allowed to turn it off. It's like, as soon as you turn off your shields, the DPS would have to, like, stop. Right, because being overloaded when your shields are down is just not a game that just shouldn't be allowed in the game. So, that would mean that... I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting, because it's like you stick an effect to their shield that does DPS to their shield, but then they can turn... It's like... I don't know, actually I think that could work. But, yeah, I guess Alex felt it was safer to have the only DPS be against armor. Definitely wouldn't work for hull, though. Having a damage over time effect applied to hull would be too frustrating. And against shields, it might be kind of janky, because I could imagine you, like, put your shields up, after you're out of range, and then you get overloaded, and it's not clear why. So it could feel janky. It's like armor's kind of like the sweet spot where it feels pretty straightforward. Although I think it is pretty good as it is. Not the best Omega weapon, but definitely usable now. Worst case, you can activate dev mode and just turn off sensors. Yeah, that would probably do it. Oh, fuel capacity. Oops. Apparently it's going to be purple. It'll probably be purple, wherever we find it. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, is the disintegrator. That's the one that applies the dot to your armor. Damn, am I just getting unlucky with not finding it? Speaking of which, I should probably get around to making an Omega Weapon tier list. I mean, I do need to update my existing tier lists because they're no longer relevant to the current patch. I mean, not completely irrelevant, but there's definitely a lot of changes that need to be made. Giga Cannon's not F tier anymore, for sure. But, I'll probably start with Omega Weapons because I never got around to that one in the first place. What are you looking for? Well, Sierra has an abyssal ship that's unique to this area, and I'm looking for that. Too far? Yeah, it looks like this is like the beyond the edge of the abyss. It's like the double abyss. Abyss. Thanks to the Brawl King testing, the most cursed counter to the brick I've made is Legion with Heavy Maulers, Vulcans, Sarisas, S-modded Thunderhead. What? What? You made a Legion like that to counter the Invictus. But why? Is it even in this pack of mods? Yeah. It's just an interaction between what's it? No. Secrets of the Frontier and random assortment of things. You just end up outranging the brick it's cursed? How? Heavy, like, I mean, you can outrange the baseline brick, but when it activates its ability, it should be able to reach you. Because I kept losing to you kept losing to the Invictus. Really now? Oh, we finally found it. Yeah, someone did mention that they get a phase ship in the Abyss. We finally found it. Spin Loki has renewed his gamer membership. Excellent. Hello, gamers. Hello, Spin Loki. Also, your profile picture is fucking... I'm gonna say it's goated. Donkey doing the Blade Runner 49 like iconic shot is kind of perfect. Top tier meme. Something Talent Academy. Yeah, you get the idea. It's Donkey SMH. That's... Yeah, I guess I can't call it goated. It's donkeyed. It's fucking donkey. Donked. Straight up dunkled. Dunkle Jones. Video game donkey. We're testing map size changes and it was messing with the AI. Yeah, because we did suggest, well, yeah, because Mr. G was thinking about reducing the map size to help shorten matches. Did that end up making the Invictus too powerful? That's interesting. Hey, that dude laid a dragon. I mean, if you think about it, he is basically the Bard of the Shrek universe. More or less. None of the battleships are engaging bricks properly. Not even the Paragon. I'm separating my mod getting on the index. Oh, what? Wait, which one is yours? Is it one I've heard of? And more importantly, is it good? Is it a good mod or a bad mod? Answer. Answer me now. Probably not. It's called Treasure Hunt. Well, I do like the name. Well, you know, there is a big gap here. That might be where it is. But, yeah, I don't see anything purple up here, so I guess I'm going to have to... Like, man, I have searched the entire map. It might just be... Do I have to look this up? Maybe I have to look up how to find Sierra ship in this. Because I'm not seeing it anywhere. Like hyperspace topography, but for scavenging? Ah, that's pretty cool. It's a neat idea. Make salvaging colony items more deterministic. Yeah, I can see the value in that. Just deactivate sensors at this point. I don't know if that'll solve it. Is it sensors? I don't remember what it is. List commands. You guys can't see this. Just close your eyes and pretend. Go back to the map. There looks like a point just sitting far to the right. Is it one of the sensor arrays? What are you talking about? See what? That's what I'm asking you. Never mind, it's a sensor array. Yeah. Oh, dev mode, then Control Z. Okay. That'll do it. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, gotcha. So I explored like every corner of the map. I just so happened to miss this thing. That would do it. Yeah. Alright, it's just unlucky. Got it. Just bad luck on the RNG there. Abyssal drive skill? I don't know how you unlock that. Or maybe I do, and maybe I just haven't added it to the hotbar. I didn't know that there was an Abyssal drive skill. Yeah, it's like the 1 pixel where it was just hiding. Thank you, Sierra. Very cool. Yeah, it might just be that I've unlocked it and didn't notice. And it's going to be interesting going from this back to more or less normal combat when I start my next run. Because this stuff is pretty out there. Brother. God, missile AI is so odd. Where it's like the enemy's overloaded and right in front of you, but it decides to shoot backwards. Classic missile AI. Putting the missiles. Well, he still hit his target. He just chose the wrong target. Dragonfire and Hydra's only run when? I would rather do a Phase Lance only run. Which, to be honest, maybe I should. I could easily do a run where it's just like spam like I grab, what's it called, Support Doctrine, spam Tempests, and only equip them with Phase Lances. Because that legitimately should be able to beat, like, most of the game. If not the entire game. Because even with Support Doctrine not being as powerful as a proper officer, if you've got, like, 25 Tempests with double Phase Lance, you kinda should just be able to beat everything. Phase Lance only at the Haunted start. Maybe I should do that. That sounds fun. Yeah, I think I might actually do that. What? Okay. I guess turning off sensors has caused it to be invisible again. But now we know where it is. Hold on, let's go here. What is Abyssal Drive? Oh, maybe I don't have it. Oh, you know, I should probably use that Courser Protocol. Not because I need it, but just so that I actually use it at least once. Alright, here we go. It does take some time for them to show up, right? Yeah, I think it's a little late. It's fine. We'll get them on the next fight. You get Abyssal Burn from the shipyard in the Abyss. Oh. Yeah, I didn't unlock that. Yeah, what's the title of that stream gonna be? If I'm doing a haunted run, it's a double gimmick, right? It's a haunted run, but it's also Phase Lance. So what do you call it? Like Phase Lance versus Ghosts? Who would win? At that point, that's not a Phase Lance, that's a Holy Lance. We're going on an exorcism. It's not a phase, Mom. It's a lance. Like zoinks, we're in phase space, Scoob. Yeah, something like that. fighting demons? Only the ones on the inside. That's a good one. Is it? Worst thing you ever said? Debatable. You know, like my Shaggy impression. I could definitely put more energy into it. Spirit jousting. She ghosts on my lance until I phase. Dude, she straight up ghosted on my lance until I phased. That's crazy. Dude, that's like crazy. No, shut up. Stop talking. This is not going as well as I would like. Let's deploy those guys. Never cook again. 3% of Shaggy's power. Sleep paralysis demon finally caught me. Yeah, I've got a few ideas. Now. Yeah, because you might notice from the title of this one that I kind of just slapped the title on, didn't really, kind of ran out of like funny haha titles. It's just Pirate Empire. Because that's what I have, but it's not even... I have built a Pirate Empire, but it's not even relevant anymore. Because I'm just looking for a little bit of extra action before I delete the save file forever. And move on to the next thing. The fact that Ultra Instinct Shaggy is canon will never not make me giggle. Oh, that's right, they did... After the Shaggy memes blew up, they did reference it in like a Scooby-Doo thing, didn't they? They did actually reference that. Do a Star Sector related Morty impression and I will combust on the spot. I am a fan of spontaneous combustion, so I'll consider it. Cryosleeper Hypnose. No. I found the Ark, not the Cryosleepers. Waiting for my allies to show up. Come on. I've got a lot of, I've got a lot of story points. I can burn one. Maybe they don't show up in the Abyss. Let's do repairs. Move in. Looks like our friends aren't showing up. This is very sad. Yeah, it's gonna have malfunctions. Yep. I consider that not my problem. Onwards to death, to glory. No, but seriously, be careful out there. Yeah, whatever, Sierra. Oh, you know what? That would actually be kind of funny. I just had a great idea. I mean, I do have the Sierra eye patch, but something that could also be funny is like replacing Sierra's portrait with Neuro and renaming her to Neuro. And then I could wait, and then I could make my character a turtle. For people who are, I mean, most people probably wouldn't even get the reference, but for people who do, I think that'd be kind of funny. Specifically me, I think that would be kind of funny. I would be amused. Who is Neuro? Great question. Neuro is baby Skynet, but in real life. Portal. Yeah, see, at least there's a couple people who do know what I'm talking about. I could do that for the next... You know what? We could do that for the next run. Okay, I'm pretty sure I forgot to turn on autopilot. And now my flagship is in some trouble. But it's also going to be fine, because I've stacked up enough abilities that it's kind of broken. Watch as I effortlessly dismantle the enemy with my superior firepower. You think he's scary, Mr. Abyss Man? I shall defeat you with my infinite time flow bonus. Behold, the Mjolnir cannon. Gun cannon. You didn't stand a chance, kiddo. It was rigged from the start. Bonk. Get owned. Not even close. It wasn't even under contest. Of course I would win. The Atlas Mark II is the strongest chip. That's just obvious. Look at that. Ah, Warfare. The Warfare tree is quite good. And Sierra's abilities are also quite good. Almost as good as the sheer power of derelict operations. What did you feed your Atlas? Yeah, it's mods. The answer is mods. There's the temporal gear modification that gives it more, up to 25% faster time, depending on its flux level. So because its flux is maxed out, it's got like 24% more time. And then every time you kill something, Sierra's executive officer ability also does the same thing. If you stack those two together, you end up basically with Temporal Shell, but for free. And also Accelerated Ammo Feeder to stack on top of that, because why the hell not? Who's gonna stop you? Getting outplayed and getting cheated isn't the same thing, kid. Nah, that just sounds like a case of skill issue. If you got cheated, it's because you got outskilled in a different direction. And that direction is the cheating direction. More of them. Neat. Well, here's your diet of, kick-ass. As your doctor, I'm prescribing you an ass-kicking. What's your second-in-command officers? I have improvisation for derelict operations, which is why everything has a ton of D-mods. I have Sierra as an executive officer, because one of her abilities is that whenever your ships kill an enemy, they basically get free temporal shell. So that's pretty good. And then lastly I have Warfare, because I think Warfare is just kind of insane. Like the baseline effect giving you extra range is across your fleet. That's really good. And then there's another one that gives you extra projectile speed across the entire fleet. That's really good. And then there's another one that buffs your missiles fleet-wide. That's really good. And then there's another one that gives you extra flux dissipation when you kill an enemy, which stacks with Sierra's ability, so that's really good. Yeah, I think Warfare might be one of the stronger trees. Hair broken, could you make carriers and fighters using in second in command? Well, yeah, there is the one that buffs. There is the one officer specifically dedicated to carriers. But I think most of the broken ones... Like, we did beat the game in our last run with the shield-shunted conquests. Which sounds crazy, but the fact of the matter is, when you stack up, like, tactical and warfare trees, then anything is possible, because you just stack up those range bonuses so that you outrange the enemy, and then your defenses at that point literally don't matter. your defenses or lack thereof, or it just doesn't matter. You can run anything, because you just shoot the enemy from outside their range and kill them. So, it's like you could make yeah, you can definitely make carriers strong in second in command. But also you could, I think most of the strongest and most broken benefits are for regular old ballistic and energy weapons. Technical, tactical management also goes crazy. Technical, Technical, tactical management. The thing is, technical is really good for high-tech ships. It's just that I think warfare is probably the strongest. So, I don't know if I'd use tactical. I'd probably use warfare. With auto ships, you can call... Oh. Yeah, that would probably be the way to do it. That would 100% be the way to do it. Wait. Hold on. That sounds insanely broken. So... You know, forget the officer that buffs carriers. Just get the automated ships. Spamming flash bombers is already a pretty solid strategy. But if you also get to copy alpha cores into the ships that you're spamming, then yeah, sure, why not? Why not have flash bombers with missile specialization? That sounds fair. Why not? These fights are not going quite as well. Did you enter the abyss with like 5k extra crew? Well, yeah, I did come in with maximum crew, but also there's a couple of, I think I've got like, what's it called? The outpost thing that you get from Rat. I took the one that reduces crew requirements, and I also got an artifact that reduces crew requirements. So even if I lose a bunch of crew, it kind of doesn't matter. Why is there so many enemy ships? I'm pretty sure there wasn't all of these ships. Am I crazy? I could have sworn I was only fighting one of the fleets. But it looks like I'm fighting like 3 of them. When did that happen? Cobras with 2 Reapers are also incredible. I mean, that would definitely be really nice, but it's just that flash bombers are kind of overtuned compared to everything else. Just a teensy little bit. Oh yeah, there's definitely more of them coming in. Okay, where are they all coming from? Why is there so many of them? There definitely wasn't when we started this battle. Something ain't right. Man, if I'd known that I was going to get something like this, then I would have used emergency repairs for this fight. But where the fuck are all of these things coming from? What is happening right now? It's not like there's a special command thing that our capture point is spawning them. So I'm pretty sure there wasn't a million enemies when I guess I'm somehow fighting like 4 of these fleets, even though I didn't notice that. Am I crazy? Don't worry, Atlas will carry. Yeah, it is. We'll be fine. But I definitely under-deployed at the start of the fight because I wasn't expecting this. Go away. Be gone from this realm. You're in my kingdom now, boy. I was kind of expecting that Rift Torpedo to actually do something there, but I guess it was targeting something else. Okay, I think we're good. We're actually killing them now. The super frigate in this fight that can spawn other ships? Maybe. Yeah, I guess there was a decent amount of them. Still more than I thought. Okay, yeah, we did pick up the second one. I was just wrong. Alright, well, it's definitely going to take a... Yeah, now we're starting to get crew limits. Now we're starting to hit those crew limits. But yeah, we've got, like, the super serum here that reduces crew requirements and reduces crew casualties. Which is actually kind of convenient for us. Drop fuel now. It's fine. Yeah, someone said the Sierra ship was free, so I don't think there's a fight for it. We just gotta go there without catching too much attention now. Do want to be ready in case someone ambushes us. Yeah, I think that's it. And these guys... Oh, these are just the ghosts that she... Yeah, these are like Sierra ghosts. Classic Sierra. Feels like I've seen this ship before. Yes, and the eye patch. Kindred. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this, League of Legends? Okay. So it automatically transfers her over. Which, yeah, we can see she's still got the copies over here. Beautiful. What's the ability? Abyssal Shift. So... After activation ends... Okay, so Abyssal Shift is the same thing, but better. Gotcha. And it also does a bunch of stuff. Alright, let's go home and outfit this thing. Gate. And then we'll throw it at, like, the church or something. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. She just used the Void Witch for that? I mean, I can definitely move her around if I want to. Where's refining? Are you not allowed to refine? Is that how it works? Start upgrading everything. You know what? Get a military base. Screw it. Pluto has refining. Okay, so it already does refining by itself. Gotcha. Am I testing Void Witch to perform better? Well, the nice thing is I have her ability that, right, because she's a, second in command officer, she puts copies of herself into the other ones anyways. So it doesn't matter too much which one I equip her real self in. Void Wretch, Void Witch, and Void Saint. Very cool. Oh, yeah, the Megastructure tab, but I don't think we have the resources for it. We're still waiting on that last resource. Which one is it? Smelting. That's right. I need to upgrade this one to the other kind of refining. Yeah, we could go fight regular old threat, see what happens. Oh, we didn't actually start this. I thought we did. Okay. Nah, there's nobody here. Dang. Of course it's a good idea. We were wandering around in the abyss. Do you think that a little bit of threat's going to be a problem? Hypno's threat, and you haven't found Inky. Well, I don't know where to find those. And I don't want to go looking for them unless I know where they are. Someone did mention the top right earlier, so maybe there's something up there, but yeah, I don't want to go wandering around looking for it. Recently started playing Star Sector and found your video guides. They were so helpful. Thank you a lot. Well, I'm glad to be helpful, Sebastian. Which one did you start with, out of curiosity? Davmo teleporting and turned off sensors. Yeah, that might... I mean, that's definitely faster if I want to find the... if I just want to find it. What? Why does the Persian League have their own commune lane? What are they doing? Which one am I missing? It's the sensor array. You've been pranked. Yeah, I guess so. The Persian League just showed up, built a comm relay, and dipped. That is odd. Sips coronal taps? Yeah. We should have a lot of these. Partly because I found them, but also partly because of the Abyss Delvers that you can send out. Good old Nova Explorium. They didn't build it, they took yours, but I also have one. So, like, mine is over here. They built one over here. Because that was my first thought, too, is that they just took mine, because that's normally what happens, but, no. They went out of their way to build a new one. Either that, or they took mine, and then instead of it's possible that they took mine, and then instead of taking it back, my patrols decided to build a new one. That might actually be it. The tier lists were suggested on YouTube, then I browsed your fleet composition guides, just built my 3 Paragon fleet, but sadly still struggle with killing Gordos. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was talking about updating the tier lists earlier in the stream, because it's a new patch and all. There are a few changes. Yeah, but some of the game is going to be just a matter of practice. Like someone else did mention that they were struggling with fighting threat, and I suggested that the issue might have been that they were letting their capital ships wander off chasing after skirmishing units, and that they need to order them towards the top of the map and let the frigates handle any of the skirmishing units that go for the flanks. And apparently that helped them. So, yeah, sometimes it's impossible for me to cram in every piece of advice into the guides, and so sometimes there's just little things like that you just need to pick up from practice. Yeah. Have you tried putting some skill points into getting good on your character when you level up? That's the best advice, Hand from Coffin. With advice like that, nobody could possibly fail. It's got to be the cascade emitter, right? Yeah. Max those out. What would I put here, though? It's got to be something to deal with shields. Sabos, maybe. Because they are synergy slots, which locks out a lot of options. I mean, it would be resonators, but I don't think I have any more. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Do I only have... Wait, that doesn't seem right. I should have more resonators. There's no way I only have the one. Maybe I dropped them off somewhere else? Orders can technically be beat by top-heavy fleets of caps and cruisers with good range. Well, I mean, orders can be beat a lot of different ways. Like, as long as you, like, with a lot of different fleet compositions, as long as you just, like, use the strategies that are appropriate for the fleet composition, and your builds are, like, decently optimized. Abyss weapons, please. Yeah, I guess. We could try that. Azazel's Blade, I don't know what that means, but we'll try it. It's not Phase Anchor, but she does have one that's... Yeah, that one. We'll try that, but then I think we'll, like, S-mod that, S-mod Hardened Shields, and then throw that on. Although, the Flux is a bit crazy. Yeah, it might be a bit too much on the Flux. Primordial. Lovely. Beam Shotgun. Well, I guess we'll have to give that a go. Stardust Lance. Moonlight Lance. Moonlight Dance. For a little romance. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna see what that does, because it's gonna be weird. We'll just toss that out, retreat this thing, and why don't you go ahead, Sierra, show us what you can do. I'll throw like a... Yeah, we'll throw one of those at you. Well, that looks like a... Is that like a built-in missile weapon? I think so. Yeah, she is doing the one thing that she does annoyingly, though, which is spam her ability instead of literally anything else. Like, you could just attack the enemy instead of not doing that. Fire your weapon. Okay, so the beam shotgun, that did a lot of damage. It looks like soft flux, but, huh. The only problem is that it has a charge-up time, and she keeps spamming her ability before it can finish the charge-up. So she doesn't even get to attack half the time. Which is a little bit of a problem with her. That's a, negative synergy there. Do I need to make you fearless? Stop running away. Attack the enemy. Come on now, Sierra. Behave yourself. Contacts. No, not like this. Scroll down to one of these things. Okay, retreat you. Throw out a brilliant. Now go. Rift Cascade might be better. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be better. But I want to see this thing. Yeah, see, look, she doesn't even get to finish charging up the weapon before she spams her ability again. But as soon as she actually shoots, it does seem to do a lot of damage. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be using this realistically. Try a basic Rift Cascade. Deals 33% damage as hard flux if it impacts the same time as Stardust Lance. Oh, you're supposed to use... Oh, so you're supposed to use these together. A Moonlight and Stardust. Yep. You know, actually, let's take that off and just do something else. Got 9 left over. Let's go with that. That's 6, actually, not 9. Alright, that'll do. Yeah, let's leave our little buddy in here. Go for it. Go for it, Sierra. Kill him. Any weapon with ammunition works well. Yeah, I've done that with her other... with the other ships. Or at least the cruiser. But yeah, she really likes to spam the ability. Definitely going to take a little bit of work to figure out exactly what's going to work best here. Is Mercy Multi-Lance the one that I was using a second ago? Because again, half the time, like, it does do a lot of damage when she uses it. Half the time she just chooses not to. I guess the same thing seems to be true for the Cascade emitter. She's like canceling it before it generates the rifts. There we go. Look at that. Flawless execution. Truly incredible. So I'm not sure Hardened Shields was the right call. She probably just needs more flux. Speaking of flux, energy focus. Reduces flux usage by 15%. That's going to help. Alright, let's see how that does. If she can do a little moonlight dance. Not overpowered at all? No, of course not. I wouldn't even think of it. Yeah, see, look, she uses it before the Rift Cascade emitter even does its thing. half the time. But she is doing it most of the time, so I guess it's fine. It's probably fine. But yeah, the Moonlight and and Stardust are definitely meant to be used together on this ship. Yeah, see, this is a little bit more reliable. A little bit more reliable. Not sure we even need advanced optics, though. Probably just want more flux. That does leave us with an extra point, though. How sad. Oh, you know what? The beam lance might be fun. Maybe give her a little extra venting speed. See how that goes. The Stitchette beam lance might actually be perfect. Which is, I wasn't supposed to have Scalar Tech activated, but I did accidentally do that. Yeah, because it strikes instantly, but it's actually a charge-based beam weapon that does EMP damage. It might actually be perfect. Yeah, I think that's a good synergy. Don't think we need that anymore. In fact, we can do something else. I think we could put Fervor back on. Flux-wise, I think that's a lot more manageable. So we'll do that again where we throw this thing out. We bring out Sierra. They say, okay, go fight all of this. I think she can do it, I believe. I mean, I've got to say, I wish that they did this in vanilla, where they have, like, parts of the ship layered over top of weapons. Alex probably doesn't want to do that for visual clarity, because like if you do it poorly, it can kind of like hide what they're using. But I think even then, it's still worth it just because it looks so damn cool. Like, look at that. It's buried. Like, it's got like just enough overlapping material that it's like looks like it's buried inside the hull, but you could still clearly see what it is. And I just think it just looks so damn cool. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's, ooh. Guys, I think we might have broken it. I think we might have broken it. Yeah, I guess I should also change the rockets to linked, you're right. Cross-mod interaction is where balance goes to die? Yeah, definitely. We've got one for kinetic, one for high explosive, and one for EMP. It's perfect. All of them do pretty good hull damage, I think. I've seen enough fight a Tesseract solo. You know what? With dev mode activated, I can spawn in Tesseracts for the simulator. Might be doable. We'll just have to believe in Sierra. What's the deployment points on this thing? 20. Yeah, alright, let's throw on dev mode. Alright, Sierra. So now it's your time to shine. Retreat you. And if we open up Omega, Turn off that. Give them 18 skills. Omega Core. You spawn in any of them. Alright, hold on. Generate. Alright, so we get this one. What do you think? Is Sierra gonna win, or is Omega gonna win? Well, Temporal Shell is definitely gonna beat... One of the downsides of this build is it is like 90% soft flux damage. There's a little bit of hard flux, but it's mostly soft flux. And soft flux is really bad against Temporal Shell. So you know what? She might not win. She might be cooked. Although she did do some pretty good EMP damage to it earlier. But yeah, without like maybe if I swapped it for a volatile particle driver, she'd be able to beat this. But like you can see, like the soft flux damage is going nowhere because it's specifically because it's got Temporal Shell. Yeah, so she's not winning this. Okay. Do not believe in Sierra. Unless, hold on, well, hold on. I did give them 18 second in command skills. If I take that away and deploy it, she might be able to beat that. Because this would be a vanilla Tesseract then, instead of one that's also buffed by mods. No, she's still struggling against those shields. Definitely not as bad, though. But I don't see her winning that. Okay. That's fine. All the Sierras? Yeah, we'll throw in the Exotech ship, too, while we're at it. Yeah, just the one. Although I think this thing might carry a little too hard. But yeah, this thing is super dead. Look at it. The hard part is definitely the shields, but once you deal with that, it's a lot easier. You can see the, like I said, the Omega missiles on that thing might be a little bit much. Okay, so we'll do that again, but without... Well, just Sierra. Can Sierra solo it? Can't even solo a Tesseract? Literally unusable? True. You're telling me that your destroyer can't even solo a single Tesseract. It's literally a Dorito. Actually useless, unplayable. Uninstall. Okay, so yeah, they're still winning. Even without the... Where? Wait, it's not even putting up its... Yeah, it was just pointing its shield in the wrong direction. That definitely makes it easier to deal with. But it looks like the destroyer did get killed. Which is, cringe. Yeah, it's probably gonna kill this one too. Fuck. Can the cruiser beat it? It's already taken some decent damage. Just eat the chip. I'm gonna take the Tesseract and eat it. Oh yeah, no, the Tesseract wins. Goodbye. So yeah, if anything, I think the one that can solo it is gonna be, it's gonna be this thing. This thing might actually do it. I'm not sure. It depends on the AI. You've got to Omega Weapon the hell out of it. Alright, use your ability. Go. Use your ability. No, use your ability. use. Try using your ability instead of not doing. Use your ability. It doesn't start on cooldown, does it? There we go. Now it's used it. Will that be able to break through the shield? No. Although, it did get some resonator shots through, but that's about it. It definitely did, like, most of the shield damage, though. Yeah, like, none of the rift torpedoes are hitting the armor. It's just the resonators. Which that by itself probably isn't enough. Although it's keeping a safe distance, and it's mostly dodging the attacks. It's kind of close. It's actually not doing too bad. See how broken this thing is? It's outperforming 3 Sierras. Always remember that. Although, to be fair, it is like Rift Torpedo double resonator. Is that X attack? It sure is. It is kind of like a perfect build for the ship. Look at that. It almost actually overloaded it. That's pretty close. The damage output on this thing is insane, though, with these Omega missiles. Is outperforming 3 Sierras, no hull damage. It's definitely out. I mean, the only reason Sierra did all that hull damage is because it just didn't put up its shield. That's why look, it overloaded it. Sierras didn't even come close to doing that. That one mod ship from Zon which can mind control other ships. No, I have not. I've played with the Zon mod. I saw one that could, like, lock down the other ships, but I couldn't see one that could mind control. Yeah, alright, I think this is over. Apparently there's some kind of boss fight that we didn't get. If there's like a guaranteed location where it spawns, then I'll teleport there. But otherwise, I'll probably just do some regular battles against regular enemies. What do I want to level you up with? I probably don't need ordnance because you've got shield shunt. Because point defense is decent. You know, you probably want combat readiness. Right. We'll save. Console the entire modverse on autopilot. It's a secret ship in the top left of the sector. Oh. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Yeah, if you can mind control enemy ships, then it's definitely going to be strong, right? Yeah, damage control seems good. Okay, let's do this. Oh wow, we can actually fit basically everything. And if we get more D-mods, we could probably fit everything. Literally every ship, but okay. We could spawn in Dustkeepers, I guess. But we'll do double fabricator. Set them to autopilot, see what happens. Oh god, wait. Oh no. With the time flow bonus, that was kind of insane. It's like, oh, you're trying to spawn in new ships? Thanks for the kill streak, idiot. In this corner, we have the Grey Goo scenario. The threat. The self-replicating endless horde of nonsense. And in this corner, we have Sierra. Plus some pirates or something, I guess. Threat can... I mean, they are just spamming out as many of these as they can. But it might not be enough. The DPS they're standing up against is just too much. Spawn camping the poor baby threat. I'll be honest, fighting them in the simulator, a lot of the time they feel about the same, if not slightly harder than fighting them out in the wild. Even though they spawn relatively close to you, they do a pretty good job at just like throwing down a bunch of bullshit to block you and then running away. That being said, there's no way for Threat to compete with all of this. Like, oh, you want to do literally anything? Chalice. 5 chalice. 500 chalice. Threat detected? I mean, yeah, I'm right here after all. Exactly. How do you get triple Sierra officers? Yeah, that's Buzzard is right. It's second in command. You can get her as a you can fill her in as one of your executive officers, and that gives one of her abilities is that she creates lower level copies of herself in the ships, in her other ships, which is pretty cool. Like as far as cross mod functionality goes, that is a really cool feature. The greatest AI of history versus the greatest AI of today. Domain expansion. 5 rift torpedoes. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've actually used rift torpedoes against Threat in vanilla. But they might actually be really good. Like, they're already pretty good against Remnants, but I think they might be, like, insane against Threat. Because their shield efficiency is really bad, so they're just going to instantly overload. And if they don't block it, then they're just going to get their... They have to take the big bonk. Rift Torpedo's really just a big hammer. It might be my favorite, one of my favorite weapons. It's definitely in the competition. It's like... It's just so satisfying. Like, the explosion effect and the sound effect, I think, are just perfect for it. It's just a big bonk. Beautiful. Man, and the game is actually running really smoothly, too. That looks good. Alright. Let's do that again. Yeah. Not against Threat this time, but against, I think we'll do the Omega bounty. We'll go Omega. Generate... Yes, we'll go with those two. Or no, it's usually 1, right? Or is it 2? It's just a one. Hold on. That one. Max out S mods, and then fill out the rest with remnants. Call it a day. It's one for the bounty. Yeah. Oh, this one decided... Sierra... Maybe Fearless is a bad idea. It looks like she decided to die. Whoops, my bad. I forgot that I changed your weapons, so you don't need to be Fearless anymore. That's fine, though, because she somehow survived. This is, like, Sierra's a serious gamer. She actually got out of there. It's incredible. Oh, there goes that Vanguard. And there goes that Atlas. Nova down. God, there's so many projectiles and colors. If we just spam them, their computer will crash. Because the alpha cores on board the enemy ships won't be able to... Their visual feed will be have too much detail and they won't be able to render it all. I mean, if you look at all these projectiles, that's how you know it's modded Star Sector. How much survived? Yeah, we lost a decent amount of ships. That's to be expected. Java 17 was a big buff to the player. Yeah, the Java update to newer versions of Java was definitely a big buff to the player. Yeah, even that gets cleaned up. Yeah, when it starts looking like a bullet hell. I'm pretty sure... Didn't someone implement... what was it? The Fairy Queen from Terraria? Did someone make a mod where you can fight that? And that, like, that boss is already inspired by, like, what's it? Toho? And that actually is a bullet hell. So if you want... You can put a bullet hell into Star Sector. That is something you can do. You could. What was the... Right, Dwellers. Don't do S mods. We'll throw that in. Alright, let's see if Dwellers end up being... Will they be the one? I guess we're not fighting them in the Abyss, so it's a bit easier, but still. I wonder if Rift Torpedoes are probably not great against Dwellers. They could easily just dodge out of the way. Although it does do good shield damage, you might actually overload them. And it's not like the AI is smart enough to dodge out of the way most of the time. fighting that one with the Arma mech straight up feels like Toho. That actually makes sense, yeah. I can see that. Which, you say that as if you've actually done it. Which, if you did, then it's an insane thing to do. Straight up mad lad behavior. Oh, that's right, her name. Her name is the Empress of Light. What did I call her? Fairy Queen? Whatever. It's not important. Did it just jump backwards and hit the red ball? Plutonium Mother. Sad. Classic, yeah. It does seem like these guys jumping around can kill a lot of frigates and destroyers with their sheer ramming damage. Man, these Atlases know no fear. Okay. It just rammed into the Atlas and exploded and also died. Okie dokie. Some of the armor mechs have the whole slowdown when you graze a bullet with your shield's effect. Really? They even have, like, grazing time slowdown. That is straight up bullet hell. Incredible. What are the losses this time? Not as bad, actually, so far. The main thing that actually did damage there was the ramming attack from the Maw. I imagine it would be harder if we actually fought them in the Abyss. But right now you can't do terrain. Speaking of, I think terrain could be a nice mechanic. Because like we have the Abyss, so having other kinds of terrain could be interesting. Although they could also be annoying if implemented badly, so it's the kind of thing you'd have to be careful with. But, as it is right now, there's only really, like, fighting in an asteroid field spawns more asteroids, and fighting in the Abyss has the Abyss. That's the kind of thing that could be nice to have control over here in the simulator menu, where you could, like, turn on asteroids, turn off asteroids, or fight in the Abyss. But, not super important. Alright. I think that basically covers everything I wanted to do with this playthrough. So I think it might be a good idea to call it here. And, well, tomorrow we might be able to do the Haunted playthrough. Haunted playthrough Phase Lance style. I just need to sort out exactly which mods I'm going to use. Craft a nice mod list. But, yeah, that's a good idea. Darn, I was a half hour off my prediction. Haha, sucks to be you. All eyes. No. Oh, all eyes last fight? Oh, you know what? Alright, before we go, we'll do that. Hold on, I do want the face ship in there. So let's, swap that over. Boom. And we go down to Dweller. Is it playable? I've never done that. Is part-time jailbreak? Yeah, I think so. So they do have a slow turn rate whenever they activate the eye, so it's not like they can keep them on target forever. And they do block each other, so that definitely helps. What do you guys think? An improvement? This is better gameplay, honestly. This is peak. But yeah, without the maw, they are kind of fragile. The maw does a lot of work. I think that people kind of, like, because the abyssal gaze is usually what kills you, I think people, like, point to that as the most difficult part of the fight. But without the maw to tank for them, the eyes aren't nearly as threatening. So yeah, just spamming abyssal gaze is not that good. Don't forget all maelstrom for the PD. No tier 4 orbital fight Sag. I mean, I guess we could do that. Alright. We'll do that before we go. Military options. Oh, look, we're fighting the... Yeah, okay, this is like the Star Citadel plus we're fighting their main battle force. So this is like real shit. This ain't your grandma's game. Okay. Star Citadel. Oh, you're cooked? Yeah, probably. Because this thing... You know what? I think they did a pretty good job at like, making a larger Star Fortress. I think this is a pretty good job at expanding on the existing concept. Where it's got basically 4 large citadels sticking out with 4, and then the main hull has like these 4 segments. Although I will say, I think this is more like this isn't tier 4, this is tier 5. I think this is a very big jump from the regular Star Fortress. Oh, you know what? These outer protrusions don't even have shields. They just have the armor bits. Ooh, I think I like that. That's good design for low tech. It's got these 4 massive protrusions that are completely reliant on armor and not shields. That's good design. I mean, if... The problem that they have is that they might not even show up in time. Well, the Star Citadel should survive. No, wait. Oh, the fact that their main battle force is here doesn't matter because all of their points are being used up by the Citadel. So they can only deploy like a Legion and a couple Enforcers. It's too much for them. The Devastators are the shields? Yeah, basically. Thing is so big I didn't even realize until the Legion came into frame. Yeah. It's because I'm zoomed out like really far, but like normally in game your maximum zoom out is like this. So this thing kind of takes up the whole screen, more or less. Ooh, it looks like Sierra's time flow bonus triggers even if you destroy like an armor module. Oh no, it's deploying. Hold on. They're deploying a second Legion, just really late. That's odd. But yeah, this thing's going to be a lot weaker if they have a shitload of Devastators shooting down all of the missiles. But yeah, if there was a tier, if you could upgrade stations to tier 5, I think this would be a good spot. Although I guess for tier 4, I can see why you can't just get these normally and that you have to like raid them for the blueprint. Because this is a big jump from tier 3. So they're pretty exclusive. That makes sense. I think Sierra's... Yeah, I think the Destroyer died again. Oh no, it's up there. Never mind. Sierra's still in this. Everybody out. Actually, this one is soloing the... or it's trying to solo the Legions. It's keeping them busy for sure. Come on, PD lasers, or mining lasers, I believe in you. You can shoot down the mines. Easy. Yeah, but so far we're at most we've damaged the... Yeah, we taken off the armor modules in the front, but haven't actually broken any of these. There's another armor module. Oh, you know what? There might even actually be... There might actually be multiple layers of armor modules on the nose of these things. Just to really double down. Oh, there's a gremlin, or Grendel. Come on, Atlas Mark II. Alright, that's a module. Yep, you're targeting down the modules. That's cool, but you do need to actually kill the main body. It looks like the AI is preferring to target the modules first, which is not great. Yeah, you can see it's like instead of aiming for like the body of it, they're specifically targeting the modules. Did you get the Zig, by the way? Actually, the domain allows some funky stuff. I'm pretty sure I did get the Zig. I just don't, I just don't generally use it. Hold on. Do these modules rebuild? Because I feel like we've destroyed them several times over by now. I think they rebuild the armor modules. We've got to watch this one, because this one's got the noses missing. If it comes back around and builds a new one, then we know for sure. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've destroyed those. Which would be an issue, because the AI is specifically targeting the armor modules instead of the station itself. So if it regenerates them, then this is just never going to end until we run out of combat readiness. So yeah, this is the one to keep an eye on, because these ones all have armor on the nose. This one it's missing. But I'm pretty sure we've destroyed that several times. It's gotta be regenerating. Well, that's a good hit. That's a good hit. Man, we're actually not dying. We're not killing it, but we're also not dying. I think they regenerate health, but not when they are destroyed. Maybe. Yeah, so the nose cap on that one's not coming back. So maybe not. Like, Sierra's just sitting up here distracting those two. In fact, she's even beating this Legion. That build is beating 2 Legions. Feels pretty good. The face ship's running out of combat readiness, though. Maybe a little bit of an issue. Which one am I? I'm this one. Okay. Let's see if I can force it to actually target something. First I gotta get closer. I might actually just die to a mine here. We'll see. Oh no, my point defense took care of it. Okay. Can I target? Nope. I would like to target the main module. There we go. I have 2 hull left. And now a Legion is targeting me, so I'm definitely dead. Oh, no, it looks like I've died, and that triggered the, that's right, there's that ability that I unlocked. And why is there so many Mjolnir shots? What is happening? Oh, you can't target the main module. Or maybe you can? I'm trying, but, like, I pointed everywhere and it didn't target it. Okay, I'm pointing at the armor module now, and I'm still not targeting... Okay, so the hitboxes on these things are a little bit off for when you hit R. It doesn't quite target what you want it to. Yeah, okay, I don't think we're winning this one. Not without a coordinated strategy. Yeah. We could reload. Alright. So that was neat. The station's cool, but I think we're going to call it here. So we're going to put that one to rest, and next time we'll pick up with a new save file and a new gimmick. So look out for that probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'll check out High-Tech Tier 4 on my own time. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Lobster. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good idea. I've been wondering how to end a lot of my videos and streams, but see you later, Space Cowboy is a classic saying. But what if instead if it was see you later, Space Lobster? You know what? That's good. I'm going to go with that. Even if it's not good, I'm going to go with it anyways. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later, Space Lobster.